Today, the music world mourns a woman who was both deeply intertwined with and distinct from the life of one of rap's biggest legends. Debbie Nelson, the mother of Eminem, has passed away at the age of 69 after a prolonged battle with lung cancer. While her story may have often been overshadowed by her son's meteoric rise to fame, Debbie's life was one of perseverance, pain, and eventual reconciliation. The death of Debbie Nelson, Eminem's mother, was confirmed early this morning by family sources. Debbie, whose complex relationship with her son was immortalized in his music, succumbed to lung cancer after a brave fight. She leaves behind her son, Marshall Bruce Mathers I.A., known globally as Eminem, and a legacy of resilience and reconciliation. Debbie Mathers was a teenage mother when she gave birth to Eminem in 1972. Raising him as a single parent, she struggled against the backdrop of financial instability and personal challenges. Their bond was tested by the harsh realities of life, and their story would later become a central theme in Eminem's music. The tumultuous bond between Eminem and his mother, Debbie Nelson, was laid bare for the world through his music, interviews, and Debbie's own public statements. Their relationship was anything but ordinary, marked by deep pain, anger, and occasional glimpses of reconciliation. Eminem, known for his raw honesty in his lyrics, didn't shy away from airing the struggles he faced during his upbringing. Songs like "Cleaning Out My Closet" became emblematic of their strained dynamic, highlighting a childhood fraught with instability and emotional conflict. In "Cleaning Out My Closet," Eminem vented years of pent-up frustration and anger, accusing his mother of neglect and emotional manipulation. His lyrics painted a harsh portrait, one that resonated with fans but also sparked controversy. The song's brutally honest tone was both cathartic for Eminem and polarizing for audiences. To many, it was a powerful expression of a child's pain. To others, it seemed an unforgiving critique of a mother's failings. Debbie, understandably hurt by the accusations, publicly defended herself. In her 2008 memoir, My Son Marshall, My Son Eminem, Debbie offered her side of the story, detailing the immense challenges she faced as a single mother trying to raise a son in a difficult environment. She portrayed herself as a misunderstood parent, doing her best amidst financial struggles, health issues, and the pressures of raising a child who would eventually become a global superstar. Debbie claimed that much of what Eminem described in his music was exaggerated or fabricated, a reflection of his anger rather than the full truth. "I love my son," she wrote. "I always have. But fame changed him, and our bond suffered because of it." Her words added yet another layer to their complex narrative, painting a picture of a relationship that was deeply flawed, but not devoid of love. As Eminem's fame skyrocketed, their personal conflicts spilled over into the public eye, becoming the subject of tabloid headlines and legal disputes. At one point, Debbie filed a defamation lawsuit against Eminem, seeking $10 million in damages for what she claimed were false accusations in his lyrics. The lawsuit only deepened the rift between them, making reconciliation seem impossible. Despite the bitterness and public disputes, glimpses of reconciliation began to emerge in the years that followed. Eminem, known for his introspection, started to reflect on the nature of his relationship with his mother as he matured. In 2014, he released Headlights, a stark contrast to his earlier works. The song was an emotional apology to Debbie, acknowledging his own role in their fractured bond and expressing regret for the harsh words he had used against her. In Headlights, Eminem rapped, "I'm sorry, mama, for cleaning out my closet / at the time I was angry, rightfully maybe." The lyrics revealed a newfound understanding of the challenges Debbie faced and a willingness to move past the pain of their shared history. The accompanying music video, directed by Spike Lee, further emphasized this shift in perspective, showcasing poignant imagery of a family struggling to reconnect. Eminem later spoke about Headlights in interviews, describing it as one of the most difficult songs he had ever written. "It wasn't easy to admit that I was wrong about some things," he said, "but it felt like the right time to let go of the anger and just try to make peace with it." For Debbie, Headlights was a bittersweet moment. While it didn't erase the pain of the past, it symbolized her son's acknowledgement of her efforts and struggles. Friends of the family noted that the song helped bridge the gap between them, allowing them to share moments of understanding and connection in Debbie's later years. The complicated relationship between Eminem and Debbie Nelson was emblematic of the complexities of family bonds. It was a story of anger and forgiveness, hurt and healing, estrangement and reconciliation. While their journey was far from perfect, it was undeniably real, a raw and honest reflection of two people bound by blood, love, and the desire to make peace despite their differences. "I was young, struggling, and trying my best. It's hard to hear some of the things he said, but I'll always love my son. In 2014, the world saw a different side of Eminem's story when he released Headlights, a heartfelt apology to his mother. The song marked a turning point, reflecting a desire for healing and a recognition of her efforts, despite their turbulent history. Eminem. Headlights was my way of saying, I'm sorry. I was angry and didn't always see things clearly. At the end of the day, she's my mom, and I respect her for everything she's been through. In her later years, Debbie's focus shifted to repairing her relationship with her son and finding peace. According to family friends, Eminem and Debbie spent time together, reflecting on the past and sharing moments of understanding. They worked hard to rebuild their bond. She was proud of him and everything he achieved, even if their journey wasn't easy. Following the news of her passing, fans and celebrities alike had taken to social media to express their condolences. Many remembered her as a pivotal figure in Eminem's life story, while others highlighted her resilience in the face of personal struggles. Debbie Nelson's life was far from ordinary. She was a mother, a survivor, and a key influence in shaping one of the most iconic rappers of our time. While their relationship was fraught with challenges, it also served as a testament to the complexities of family and the possibility of reconciliation. A private funeral service for Debbie Nelson will be held in Detroit, the city where much of her life and her son Eminem's journey unfolded. The ceremony will be a close-knit affair, attended by family members, lifelong friends, and those who knew Debbie personally. It will offer a moment of solace and reflection for those who witnessed her resilience and unwavering love for her family, despite the challenges she faced. The decision to keep the funeral service private underscores the family's desire for intimacy during this deeply emotional time. Eminem, known for fiercely guarding his personal life, has chosen to grieve away from the public eye, focusing on the memories and moments shared with his mother. A source close to the family shared, "This is a time for healing and remembrance." Eminem wants to honor his mother in a way that feels authentic to their relationship, away from the public spotlight. While the service itself will be private, fans of Eminem and those who followed the intricate story of his relationship with Debbie Nelson have been given an opportunity to pay their respects. The family has arranged a public memorial site in Detroit where fans can leave messages, flowers, and other tributes to honor Debbie's memory. This gesture recognizes the impact Debbie had on the lives of many, even indirectly, through her role in Eminem's narrative. The memorial site, set up near a Detroit landmark that holds significance to Eminem's and Debbie's shared history, has already begun to attract visitors. Flowers, candles, and heartfelt notes have adorned the space, creating a somber yet comforting atmosphere. Fans from all walks of life have gathered to reflect on the life of a woman whose story, though complicated, resonated deeply with many. One fan wrote, "Rest in peace, Debbie. You are part of a story that helps so many of us feel seen and understood." Another shared, "Your struggles and resilience remind us that everyone has their battles. Thank you for being part of the journey that gave us Eminem's music." The family has expressed gratitude for the outpouring of love and support from fans during this time. A spokesperson stated, "Debbie's family is deeply touched by the heartfelt messages and tributes from fans around the world. They appreciate the understanding and respect for their need for privacy, while also embracing the shared grief from those who were moved by her story." The funeral service itself will include readings and reflections from those closest to Debbie, celebrating her life beyond the headlines and public perceptions. Family members are expected to share personal anecdotes that showcase her strength, her love for her children, and the quieter moments that defined her life. Close friends of Debbie have described her as a woman of perseverance, someone who loved fiercely even when circumstances were less than ideal. While Debbie's public narrative was often tied to her son's career, those who knew her personally remember her as a mother who endured great challenges but remained deeply connected to her family in her own way. For Eminem, this moment represents both loss and reconciliation. The strained relationship he shared with his mother became a cornerstone of his music, but in her later years they'd found moments of healing. Their journey together, though filled with pain, also offered glimpses of forgiveness and understanding. Debbie's passing brings their chapter to a close, but it also serves as a reminder of the complexities of family bonds, messy, imperfect, but ultimately rooted in love. As the funeral approaches, fans and loved ones alike continue to reflect on Debbie Nelson's legacy. Her story, though marked by struggles, is one of survival and resilience, of facing adversity and striving for connection. Through the private funeral and public memorial, those who knew and admired her can say goodbye in their own way, honoring a life that, though complicated, was deeply human. Debbie Nelson's memory will live on, not just in the hearts of her family, but in the millions of lives touched by the story she shared with her son. In this moment of farewell, both public and private, the world is reminded that every life, no matter how complex, deserves to be honored with grace, compassion, and understanding. Debbie Nelson's story is one of hardship, love, and redemption. Her legacy lives on, not only in the music of her son, but in the hearts of those who understand the complexities of family bonds. As Eminem mourns the loss of his mother, the world mourns alongside him, reflecting on a story that was as raw and real as the music it inspired.